Thank you, Mr. President. I really didn't expect there to be a need to talk, and so I don't really have any well-prepared remarks, as I generally try to have when I speak to you. I guess I'd like to express maybe a little bit of heartbreak that this enormous lack of trust that we have as a country and a society, between races, between regions, bleeds so badly that it's even here in the chamber for some of my colleagues, for myself. And I ask, that members carefully read what's been written and see that in no place in the resolution have I said that we're investigating fraud. I said that we're investigating allegations of fraud. No place am I saying we're investigating criminal activity, but I'm saying if some is found, it needs to be prosecuted. In no place am I saying let's ignore the liars, the prevaricators, the provocateurs, but they need to be brought to justice too. The people who are eroding the confidence in the system. It is my sincerest goal and ambition to bring about the confidence in the system that we want, not to do otherwise. It is our legislative responsibility to do investigations, not just write legislation. That is our responsibility. And whether it's this year's election or the one 4 years ago, and perhaps others in the past that I'm not as well studied on, there have been people on either side of the aisle who have questioned those results. And I want to offer my sincerest apology for not caring more 4 years ago. I want to apologize for not doing more to be more prepared for this election. But here we are, and here's our opportunity. If you read the resolution, it is simply my commitment, and I hope yours too, to doing everything we can do to establish as much confidence as possible in this system, so that the turmoil and the frustration that some people, and I know it, primarily on my side of the spectrum, are feeling this year, would not repeat itself in the future. And as we look at this problem, to my colleague from Detroit, the 2nd District, I cannot express, I don't know how to share with you how much I support your anger and frustration and disgust, sadness towards any who would suggest that somehow Detroit not be able to handle this itself, whether for color or region. As the good senator who's been sitting in on my committee from the 3rd District said, how frustrating it is to have people coming from outside telling us what to do. I know that frustration as being from the Upper Peninsula. We wouldn't like that either, and I heard what you had to say, and I respect that, and I believe that. And my party is exceptionally wrong right now for many of its members and how they're acting and how they acted on Election Day. It's repugnant, it's shameful, and it's wrong. I encourage you to stand with me in continuing to point that out, not with fancy rhetoric or denunciations, but help me to bring together the facts of what happened and